I'm Annabelle, and welcome back to Meeple Village. Today we are going to be playing a dungeon crawler. I have had a request to play a dungeon crawler in the channel, and it couldn't be more exciting to be playing my favorite game for you guys, Descent: Journeys in the Dark 2nd Edition. Now, in this run through, I'm going to be playing a 2-player game, and I will be controlling both the Overlord and the heroes. I will be playing a quest that comes in the game, so I must warn you, there will be spoilers. I will only be playing through the first encounter, so the spoilers will be minor, and it's going to be a ton of fun. So why don't you just join me at the table and let's play Descent: Journeys in the Dark. Alright guys, I have the game almost set up. I do want to go over what's going on. I know there's a lot to see here, which is what makes this game so great. But before I go ahead and explain what's out here, let's go ahead into the quest book and see what this quest is all about. Before I was a farmer, says Frederick, I was renowned as the finest archer in all of Terranoth. They called me Frederick Farshot. But truth be told, it wasn't all skill. No, I had a bow, the most magnificent weapon ever made. Latari crafted, truly exquisite. The old farmer sighs, his fingers twitching and curling as if remembering the pull of the bowstring. It is in the hands of the Overlord now, but I know where he's keeping it. I can take you there, and I can help you get in. And so you find yourselves heading south across the River Rin and into Carthage. It is as you cross the river that you are set upon by minions of the Overlord. Clearly, they have come to kill Frederick. Protect me, friends, says Frederick. I'm not the warrior I once was, but if you take me to the Horde, I can use my connection to the bow to activate the cliffs of transport. I can still help you. You'll have to be vigilant if you're going to get Frederick into the Horde alive. So it is our duty to take Frederick alive to the Horde, and what that means is that we need to go all the way from the entrance of the dungeon to the exit of the dungeon. But along the way, of course, we have monsters. Now, the game asks that you have a myriad and an open group, which I've chosen the cave spiders as the open group, and they let you know where the monsters need to be located. Anywhere here in the, what's it called? Carriage or something like that. And then anywhere here where the river is. And also we need to go ahead, and I'm going to reshuffle these search tokens. So you'll notice they all look different, but one of them actually on the other side has a little rune symbol. That is the rune key. This is the key that we need to be able to open this door. Obviously, if we open the door, we can have a straight shot to the exit, but if not, we're gonna have to go around. So let's go ahead and shuffle these and put them over there. And one of those is gonna have the key. Hopefully we'll find it. Other than that, let's look at our heroes now. Well, I'm going to be playing as Okaluk and Rakash, so 2 heroes in one. One is a wolf, I suppose, and then the little guy riding him. And he's got 2 speed, 8 health, 3 fatigue, and he rolls 1 white die when he is attacked. I'm not going to go into his skills. We'll look at them as they come up, but at least you know he's got an iron flail. He's a melee weapon user, so he's got to be close to his target in order to attack, but his weapon does have reach, which means that he can reach, so he can attack from 2 spaces away. So that's this guy. Now on the other side, I picked a range attacker, so I went with Tobin Farslayer. He's got throwing knives, and again, we'll go into his abilities when they come into play. He's actually our ranged guy, but in this case, instead of a bow, he's got knives. But he benefits from shooting from far away and also from really close. You'll see that play out. But last but not least, there is Frederick. And the game actually asks that you use this token as Frederick, but I thought that was really boring. So I have this guy laying around. It's a D&D miniature, I believe. So we're gonna have him be Frederick. He looks a lot cooler than those other things. And he's the one that we need to transport out of the dungeon. He starts, and I have his card here just to remember and to keep track of his health. He starts with 20 health. He can't fight. He's not a fighter. He just said that. But he has pretty good defense, which I like. And he moves at a speed of 5. He cannot regain health. So if he loses all of his health, we lose the game. If we manage to get him out of the dungeon, we win this encounter. Now what happens is, this is the first encounter. Once we finish this encounter, there is another encounter, and whoever is victorious in this encounter is going to have an advantage in the next encounter. So if the heroes win, they're going to be at an advantage. If the Overlord wins this encounter, then he's going to have some kind of trick up his sleeve, I guess. We will find out later. First, let's just go ahead and finish this encounter and we'll see how it goes. So with that, setup is complete. I got my monster right here, my monster card, so that I know what their abilities are and everything else. And the Overlord has his deck. Let's go ahead and shuffle that. And after that, we are going to give him 1 card per hero. Since there's 2 of us, because Frederick doesn't count as a hero, he gets 2 cards. He's ready to go. And now let's go ahead and go to gameplay. So the heroes go first, and I can activate him in any order I want, with the exception of Frederick, who always goes last. He goes after all the other heroes I've gone. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Tobin. He is going to move, and we'll see how far that gets him, because I see that the first thing we're going to have to deal with is this water. So he moves a speed of 4, so he's going to move 1 straight up. When you enter a water space, you have to spend 2 move actions. So that's 2 and 3 to jump on the water. And then he's got 1 more action. Now, if I just use this 1 more action to go over here, he won't be able to attack anything. He doesn't have any other really good use of his action to do anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and do a double move so he can keep moving. So I am at 3. I have 1 more and then 4 more from his other speed. So 2 speeds of 4, a total of 8 is really what I'm saying. So if we look at it that way, we can go back and count 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It only takes 1 movement point to leave the water. So he's over there. He cannot attack, unfortunately, because he's done his 2 actions. When you're done with his 2 actions, you flip the card around to indicate that he's already gone, and we move to our other hero, which is Okaluk. I wonder who the wolf is, Okaluk or Rakash. I have no idea, but he has a move of 2, which you're thinking 2, I mean, he's on a wolf. This is his special cool power, his hero ability. In addition to your 2 actions on your turn, you always receive 4 movement points. So what that means is that Okaluk and Rakash can always move 4 and doesn't even cost them an action. And then he's got a speed of 2 if he wants it, which I think in this case we might take because there's nothing else to do. So he can, you can always move through friendly figures. So I'll go ahead and step on Frederick. 1, 2, 3, and then he's got, I guess we'll use his 1 more that he's got for his free action, and then a move. So he's got 3 more. So that's 2 and then 1 more. And if we kind of look at it, if you would just want to add it, I used his 2 speed plus his 4 free actions for a total of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's out of the water. And then he has another action. Really, I'm just going to move him because what else is there to do? The monsters need to come to us. 1, 2. And that's it for him. And now at the end of, he's done. So he would return his card over. And then Frederick gets to move. Now Frederick has a speed of 5. He also has to go through the water. I don't want to put him in front. I want to keep him kind of in the back so that he's protected. So let's see how far he can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There he is, right behind the heroes. Guys, help me out here. Go get those monsters. So with that, we finished hero activation. So now it's the Overlord's turn. When the Overlord goes, the first thing he does is he draws another card. And then he gets to play any cards that he wants and also activate monsters. He activates monsters in groups. So if he wants the spiders to go first, then he has to activate all the spiders. If he wants the Marriott to go first, then he activates all the Marriotts, which in this case is only 1. So let's go ahead and move the Marriott first and activate him, and then we'll move to the spiders. The Marriott is a lot closer, so let's see how this goes. Now, we look at his Marriott's card. He is a tan figure, so it's the top part of the card. He has a speed of 3, but he does have reach. Remember, reach means that he can attack from 2 spaces away. And when you move a big figure, what you do is you take one of the spots where he's at, let's say this one, and he kind of shrinks into a small monster, and you just count however the speed is, and then you put him somewhere in that vicinity. So 1, 2, 3. I can put him anywhere as long as he fits here and anywhere else. So I could put him here, or I could put him here. And guess what? If I put him there, he can attack either one of the heroes because of his reach ability, which means he can attack from 2 spaces away. So here he goes. So that means we're going to have the first attack of the game. So we look at his card again to check what he rolls, and he rolls the best dice possible, of course. He's going to be rolling a blue and a red. And now he has to declare who he's going to attack. Well, he would really like to attack Frederick because that's the guy he's got to kill. But these guys are on the way and they're here first. So he's going to go for the one with the lowest HP, which is Okaluk and Rakesh. And let's see if he's going to use one of his cards. Not yet, but he might. Okay, and then Okaluk and Rakesh, they defend with a 1 gray or white die. So I think it's gray. So let's see what everybody rolls. And he misses. So that's that. Now I'm going to go ahead and tap the Myriad to indicate that he's already gone. And we'll go ahead and move the spiders next. So now the spiders are going to move as a group. We can activate them in any order as long as they all move. So we'll go with the master spider or red spider first. So the spiders are going to go next, and they have a movement of 4. They're going to do a double move action. So they're going to move and then move again because there's no one to attack. They're kind of far away because they cannot go through the door because the door is locked. We need the rune key to get the door open. So they're going to move, and we start with the red spider. We can activate him in any order. He's going to move a total of 8, 4 twice. So let's go. 1, 2, 3 because it's water. 4, 5 because it's water. And then 6, 7, 8. And that's as far as I got. And here comes the little white spiders. They're going to do the same. They also move 4. So 8 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right next to Mama Spider. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, right behind them. So that's it for the monsters. And the Overlord is not going to use any of his cards because they don't apply right now. So tap the spiders to indicate that they've gone. And the Overlord is finished. Now we can go back and start the beat down on this Myriad. So here comes the heroes. Which one wants to go first? I will go ahead and use Okaluk and Rakesh first. He has that reach ability. So if I get to, actually, let me see. If I beat down the monster, I can move. And if not, Tobin, yeah, let's try him. Let's go ahead and use him first. So his weapon, like I said, it's a melee weapon. It has reach. And if your other hand is empty, your attacks gain +1 damage, and his other hand is empty because if you notice, there's nothing else that has a hand symbol down there. So he's going to go ahead and gather his dice. He uses a blue and a yellow. And then we look at the defense from the Myriad. I keep calling him Etin. I was just playing a game with Etins and now I'm stuck on Etin. So the Myriad is going to roll for defense. Ooh, he rolls a nice defense. He rolls a black defense die. So let's see what we get. Wow, okay, so we have the range. This is a melee attack, so we don't look at the numbers, the 3 and the 2, we just disregard them. We have 3 damage, and he did not block any of it. So 3 damage to this dude. Let's go ahead and mark it right here. He has an HP of 5, so 2 more. So with that in mind, he's gonna go ahead and do it again and hopefully be just as lucky. Let's get this Myriad out of the way. Okay, this time he blocked like a champ. He really did. He blocked 3 out of the 4 damage that we had. So we still have 1 damage on him. We also got a surge. which we can use. If you look at his card, we can weaken him, but I don't think we need to because we got 1 damage. And remember, if our hand is empty, we get to inflict +1 damage, which I actually think I forgot to do last time. But in any case, now he's dead because 3 plus the 2 damage that we're inflicting now, he is out of the picture. But don't worry, we will see him again. So put him out here for now. And that was Okaluk's second action. But remember, he gets 4 movement points regardless of what he does. So here he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's ready to face the spiders when they come or to dash if we find that key. So because he's done, we're going to go ahead and turn his player A card so that we know he went. Actually, I forgot to turn them at the beginning. So, okay, so now we did it. Okay, and now Tobin. Tobin is a thief. If I didn't tell you guys this before, he is a thief as opposed to Okaluk, who's a prophet. So he, as a thief, he has this really cool ability called Greedy. It says tap or exhaust this card, search a search token within 3 spaces of you. So I'm going to go ahead and exhaust his power, his ability, because he is 3 spaces away from a token, from a search token. So that's going to be one of his actions. He has 1 more action left. I'm hoping that's the rune key. It might not be, but let's check it out. Oh, and it is the rune key. So that means that now we have the power to unlock that door. I'm going to leave the rune key here just to remind me that I did find the rune key. The downside is that we don't get a treasure. We don't get to find anything else except for the key. But hey, I'm thinking if we dash, bye-bye spiders. But of course, the monster is not going to let us go that easily. But in any case, that was his first action. For his second action, he has no one to attack, so he'll go ahead and move 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, straight 4. And then he's done. So we flip the card. And then Frederick is like, wait for me, guys. I'm coming. So 5 for Frederick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right behind the heroes. And that's the end of the hero's activation. Now the Overlord is really upset. But here he comes. At the beginning of his turn, he can spawn a new monster. So remember this dude? Oh yeah, he's back. He's going to come over here. And then he also draws a card. Let's see. Nothing. Okay. Well, nothing very beneficial, but it's okay. This time we'll move the spiders first. Let's move the master spider 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they still can't reach. They are melee. Both of them are melee. So he's going to have to move 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here he is ready to attack. Let's see if it survives. And then the little spiders. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's in the water. Okay, so the spiders have gone. And now the Marriott is going to go. He moves 3, so he's gonna do a double move. Again, I'm going to switch to finger mode. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So I need to stand him here and anywhere else. So I'll just put him over here so he's closer to the heroes. And that's the Overlord's turn. We're actually really lucky so far. So we'll flip our cards indicating that the heroes are ready to go. And who's gonna go first? Well, someone has to take care of this spider. And since Okaluk and Rakash are standing right there, why not, right? Let's go for them first. They have those 4 movement points if they need it. And I see that Tobin is, again, 3 away from a search token. So if Okaluk and Rakash get rid of this spider, then he can use his ability to search yet again. So the spiders are a little weaker at defending, I guess you could say. They roll that die, and then that's Tobin, I mean not Tobin, Okaluk's dice. So here we go. Okay, so this time we didn't do as well. We got 1 damage through. Remember, if his hand is empty, he does get that extra damage. So this little guy is getting hit 2. He's a 5, so he still has 3 more to go. So in that case, we'll do it again. Here we go. And now he missed. So that's it for this guy. Now remember, he does have those 4 free movement actions. I don't want to get too far ahead, but I would like to get that door open so that we can keep on moving. And Frederick cannot open doors. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Frederick, you better come with me, dude. Don't stay behind. But now Tobin gets to go. And the problem with Tobin is, if we look at his abilities, he's got this kind of cool ability in his throwing knives where if he's attacking an adjacent monster, he gains +1 damage. But that's not an adjacent monster. He also has a hero ability that's always with him, no matter what class he picks, that says each of your attacks that target a monster that is at least 3 spaces away from you gains +2 damage. So he wants to be either 3 spaces away from a monster or adjacent to a monster. And in this case, he is neither. He is 2 spaces away from the spider that needs to take a beat down. So we can do a couple things. We can move him and then his axe to get him to that spot. I don't want to use a whole move action to do that though. There's another thing that we can do. We can use fatigue to move in this game. So if I wanted to use fatigue to move and get him 3 spaces away, it's going to take a lot of fatigue. 1, 2, and he's still not 3. 1, 2, 3. So he would have to use pretty much exhaust himself because all he can take is 3 fatigue to go ahead and move. The other thing that he can do is move adjacent and at least he gets another damage. So I think we'll do that to kind of be, I don't want to be overdo things. So he's going to take 1 fatigue and use that. That's not an action. You can always take fatigue to move. And then he still has 2 actions left. So he's going to go ahead and attack. He rolls the same dice as Okaluk and Rakash. So let's see what he gets. Okay, well, they don't defend, so that's good. And he's got 2 + 2 surges. Now, with the surges, he gets range, but he doesn't need it. With 2 and the ability that he gets a +1, he's inflicting 3 damage on this monster, which kills him. He's at 5. But the other thing that you can do with a surge is that you can refresh your fatigue. So I'll go ahead and spend 1 of those surges to actually do that. So now he's back to full health. He's not tired. He's good to go. Monster's out of the way. The monster will come back, but at least he's out of the way for now. And that was 1 of his action. He used a fatigue to move. Then he used an action to attack. He still has another action. Now, it'll be kind of crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But he could get a hit on that Marriott and start the beatdown. Or he can move. I think what he's going to do is he's going to use his thief ability, his greedy ability. I'm going to go ahead and exhaust that. I forgot to unexhaust it. And he's 3 away, so he gets his search token. Now we know that this one is just a normal search token. We go to the search deck, and what do we get? We get a stamina potion. It says flip this card over during your turn to choose your hero or an adjacent hero. The hero recovers all fatigue. Okay, so this might come in handy later. It's not fatigue right now, and he won't move because that was his second action. Now, at the end of everyone's turn, Frederick's got to get a move on things, so he's going to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And stands right here next to our hero. And with that, all the heroes have gone, so the Overlord is going to get a turn and see what he can do. Now, at the beginning of the Overlord's turn, he can always spawn a monster if there's one available, and, of course, there is. So Mama Spider is back and ready to go. Now he gets to draw a card. Let me see what he got. He has an ability, it's called Dash, that lets him move his monsters twice their movement speed, but he hasn't gotten it yet. He's really waiting on that one. Okay. So yeah, he's just gonna let's move the Marriott first. He moves 3. We'll start over here, so he's out of the water. 1, 2, 3, and then stand right here. It's a little bit, just a tiny little bit too far. So he can do another move action to at least get closer to the heroes and get closer to Frederick, who is the dude that he really wants to get closer to. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3, and then he'll go over here. Now he cannot attack anymore because he used his 2 actions. So, and hopefully the heroes can take care of him before he inflicts any damage or just run away. But that's that one. So I finished him, and now let's go ahead and do the spiders. Let's move the Master Spider first, since it's over here. They move 4, and probably he's going to do a double move because he won't be able to get close enough to a hero to inflict any damage. So That means he's got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There he goes. That was that one. And then baby spiders. Let's see if they reach. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, they do. So he moved 4. He can move diagonal. And now he's going to go ahead and attack Tobin. Can't get to Frederick, but hey, you gotta beat someone down, right? So what do the spiders roll with? The spiders roll with blue and yellow, and Tobin defends with gray. So pretty much what we were doing, same dice. Same dice pool. Here we go. Okay, so ouch. So Tobin defends 1, but 2 damage get through. So he's going to get 2 damage inflicted on him. That's okay. And that's the end of that baby spider. The next baby spider also moves 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, but can't reach anybody. So he'll go ahead and move on again. Now it can't move past the heroes, so it's stuck there. I mean, he's kind of in the way, like ready to be killed. But we'll see. At least we're putting a lot of pressure on the heroes. 3 monsters around them. So we'll see what happens with that. And last but not least, we already did the Marriott. So that's that for the Overlord. I'm still to use any of these cards. Yeah. All right. So let's go to the hero's turn. And let's see. I know that someone's got to open that door. And someone has to take care of all these monsters. It's a lot of monsters. So I need to go open that door for Frederick, though. I want him to run. So I think we're going to have like a chicken turn. That means we're not going to fight. Let's see. Maybe Tobin can do a little bit of fighting. All right. So let's start with Okaluk and Rakash. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use his ability. Now, he's a prophet, and he's got this soothing insight. It says, exhaust this card during your turn. You or one hero of your choice gains the insight token. So we'll have this be the insight token, and I'm going to give it to Tobin. And then it says, when a hero gains the insight token, he recovers 1 health and 1 fatigue. So 1 health healed. Very good. Thank you. A hero with the insight token may discard it during his turn to recover 1 more health. So with the prophet's abilities, Tobin is going to hopefully be back to full health, so he can take a little bit of a beating. Now I have to exhaust this, and I also have to take 1 fatigue to use it. So there he goes. So that was that. That's not an action, because if it was, it would have the exhaust symbol or icon, and it does not. So that's that. And then he's free to go ahead and he's going to move and open the door. Because opening the door does take an action. So he's going to move 1, 2. He interrupts his movement. Actually, no, oh, you know what? He's the dude that moves 4. So let's attack, and then we'll move and open that door. Let's attack the spider first. So here we go. Maybe we can get rid of 1 of them. Oh, he missed. Okay. So back to our original plan. He's going to move 2. 1, 2. Out of his 4 free actions, he's going to open the door. And then he's going to move 2 more. And that is his turn. And now Tobin says, fine, I'll take care of the monsters. So because the Marriott moves kind of slow, I'm more concerned about the spiders. I know they're not as powerful, but maybe we can, because he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me get this door out of the way. I don't think we're going to need it. I'll leave this here so we know who's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I don't think the Marriott can reach him, but the spiders might. So Tobin's gonna go ahead and shoot at this spider, and he is 1, 2, 3 away. So that way he can use his special superpower. So let's see if he doesn't miss. Come on, Tobin, you got this. Face the spider, Tobin. Don't be scared. All right, here he goes. Okay, well he's got the range because he got a 5. 1, 2, 3. So 5 is more than enough. And then the spider does block 1 damage, but he's got 2 more damage. Unfortunately, he didn't get a surge. He needs a surge to use that ability. So yeah, he's only inflicting 2 damage on the spider. And the spider has, the tan spiders have a health of 3. You only needed 1 more, Tobin. Come on, what happened to you there? Okay, so now he can move, or he can stay there and have all the monsters come at him. Now I know that the monsters want to go after Frederick and not Tobin. But that looks like a dangerous situation. Maybe if he gets rid of at least one monster. See, how far can he go? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not like he can run very far away. Yeah, they're all going to come get him. So he's going to be brave. He's going to stand there and take a beating. Remember, during his turn, he can discard the, what was it called? The insight something? The soothing insight to recover 1 health. So he's going to go ahead and do that. And then, all right, look at that. He definitely killed that spider. Okay, so yeah, that spider dead. Didn't even block anything. He'll come back, but at least one less thing to take damage from, hopefully. And that is the end of Tobin's turn. So we're going to go back and go to the Overlord's turn and see how much damage he can inflict on poor Tobin. Or before we move to the Overlord's turn, let's move Frederick. He moves 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right behind this guy. Protect me. All right, now we can go to the Overlord's turn. Okay, so at the beginning of the Overlord's turn, baby spider number 1 comes back and respawns all the way at the entrance. Also, the Overlord draws a card, and this time, let's see. Yeah, this time he's going to play a few cards. So he's going to play Word of Misery. It is a magic card, and it says play this card at the start of your turn. During this turn, each time a hero suffers any damage, he also suffers 1 fatigue in addition to the damage suffered. So if they suffer damage, they're also going to get a fatigue. I'm going to leave this one face up over here so we know that it's active. And he's also going to play a Dark Charm, which is another magic card. Play this card on a hero at the start of your turn. The hero tests, what is this one? This is Willpower. If he passes, draw 1 Overlord card. If he fails, you may perform a move or attack action with the hero as if he were one of your monsters this turn. You cannot force him to suffer fatigue or use a potion, but you may force him to attack himself. So we have taken over one of the heroes, and I will go ahead and put the Dark Charm on Okaluk and Rakash and have him attack, of course, Frederick, because he's right there. So he's got to obey me. But before he does have to obey me, he might not. He has to test his willpower. So let's look at Okaluk and Rakash. Their willpower, all of their stats for tests are down here. His willpower is 3. That means he's going to be rolling these 2 dice, and he's got to get 3 or less. So before he does that, though, he has the Sage's Tome, which is a book. And I want to let you know what that ability is because we might use it. It says exhaust this card before rolling dice for an attribute test to subtract 1 from the results. So we're going to go ahead and exhaust that. And this one is unexhausted now. It's the beginning of his turn. And that means that we're going to subtract 1 to however many shields we get. We need to get 3. Actually, now we need to get 4 or less. See what we get. We got 3, so we don't even need that. He passed, so the only thing the Overlord is going to get out of this is another card, which let me take a look at that one. Okay. Nope. Okay, so the Overlord tried but couldn't take a hold of our hero. Too bad, so sad, but he still gets to move all of the monsters. And like predicted, they're all going to go after Frederick if possible. But I do want to remember that I can take advantage that they're going to get fatigue and damage, so I might want to go ahead and go after at least one hero. I think what the plan is going to be for me, for the Overlord, is to have the spiders go after Frederick, and then the Marriott is going to try and attack Tobin. So let's move the Marriott first, since we kind of know what's going to happen, and I got my cards right here. He's going to go ahead and attack, and he attacks with red and blue, and Tobin defends. Let's see how this goes. Whoa. Okay, Tobin, prepare for a beatdown. The Overlord's going to play Dark Might, which says play this card after you roll dice for an attack, add 1 surge to results. So we've got 3 damage and a surge. Now, for the surge, it says play this card when a monster attacks a hero after rolling dice. The attack gains surge plus 3 damage. So that means that Tobin is getting 6 damage from this attack. 3 that the monster rolled and 3 from the surge that the Overlord created. So when he hits hard. But Tobin knew that this was going to happen, right? He was prepared to take the beatdown. Now, monsters can only attack once per turn, so the Marriott cannot attack again, luckily. So for his next action, he can move. So again, we'll make this the spot, and then 1, 2, 3, and we'll put him right here. And though that's it for the Marriott. Oh, and remember, because of the word of misery, if Tobin got any damage, also gets a fatigue. So when it rains, it pours, guys. All right, so he's 6 and a fatigue. Now we are going to have the spiders go. And the spiders, remember, move 4. Let's see if this little guy can get 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't stand there. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't stand on top of the Marriott. You're in the way, dude. So instead, why not? Let's just go ahead and beat Tobin. I mean, isn't that more fun anyways? So Tobin is going to defend, and the spiders roll yellow and blue. Here we go. Well, they missed, which is good for Tobin because poor dude. So this one has gone, and here comes Master Spider. Oh, he can move 4. Now, does he want to get in line down here, or does he want to flank him? I mean, maybe we can send one to flank him. Why not, right? I mean, it's going to take a while, but let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, that's no fun. He's got stuck here. I mean, all that water. But we'll try it. We'll see what happens if they go this way. And then this guy is going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hello, Tobin. Since you're here, why not try and get you dead? Here they go. And he misses too. Wow, Tobin, you are one lucky dude. And the final spider has to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he'll move another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting ever closer to the heroes. And spiders have gone. The Overlord has nothing else he wants to do. So we go ahead and move to the hero's turn and see if Mr. Frederick can move it. Okay, so who's going to go first? Okaluk is too far to use his reach ability. He does have those 4 free movement points though. So if I want to send the dude out of the way, but you know what? Right now he's blocking everyone else. So it's not even that bad. If he moves, well, actually he's not blocking because the spiders can move through him. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let's start with Tobin and let's get that spider maybe all the way back again. This guy left us, so I mean, I'm sure he'll come back. But for now, let's refresh everybody. And Tobin's going to go first. And actually, because of the soothing insight, I want to have Okaluk go first so he can give him that thing again so he can recover some health. So let's have him go first. It wasn't my original plan, but let's do it. So first thing he's going to do is he's going to take a fatigue to give Tobin the token so that he can heal, and immediately he heals 1 damage and 1 fatigue. So there you go. We exhaust this to remember that we've used it. This guy is already at 2 fatigue out of the 3 that he can take voluntarily. And now, out of the 4 move points that he has, he's going to go ahead and use 1. And then he still has 3 left. Let's hopefully remember that. 1, 2, 3. There, I want to remember like that. And then he's going to go ahead and attack. Now this guy defends really well. Here's my attack dice. Let's go, Okaluk. And he misses. He's going to do it again. Okay, that was better. Well, not really. So he's got 2 damage, but the Marriott is blocking those 2 damage. He also has a surge. He also gets +1 damage because his other hand is empty, so at least he did do 1 damage to him. Now, his surge he can use to weaken a foe, and we're going to go ahead and do that. The weaken effect reads, remove 1 shield from each of your defense rolls and 1 damage from each of your attack rolls. When you perform a rest action, discard this card or token. So usually the monsters get a token to indicate their condition. I'm just going to keep it next to just gonna keep it here, and I should be able to remember that he's weakened. So from now on, it's gonna be easier to beat him down. But he's already done his 2 attacks, so he's just gonna go ahead and move. He still has 3 more move points. 1, 2, 3, and get over there, hopefully in front of Frederick to protect him, and he is done. So now, Tobin. Oh, Tobin. Well, I don't think he can defeat that Marriott on his own. He's got a spider 1, 2, 3, 3 away, which would be +2 damage. He also has a spider 1 away, which will be +1 damage. I think we should go for the red one because it's a little bit more dangerous and it's also closer to Frederick. And that's the dude we need to save his skin. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and attack. And we'll just switch the defense die. Here we go. Come on, Tobin. Nice, Tobin. Okay, so the spider blocks 1. No surges, unfortunately. So it's just 2 damage. Okay, Tobin, you could have done better, dude. What happened here? Okay, so 2 damage for you. He's also going to use his token given by his friend to heal 1 damage. 1 is better than none. Now, let's see. I can go ahead and attack again, or I can move. Let's see. We'll go ahead and attack again because Tobin I know he's at 4 damage, but he's got 12 HP. He can handle a little bit of damage. Let's get this spider hopefully dead. He needs to inflict 3 damage. It's gonna be tough, but let's try it. Surges, come on. Okay, so this time he does get a surge. Okay, this is good. The spider blocks, he's got the range because he's right next to it, but he gets 2 plus a surge, and the surge gives him another 2 damage. So that's 2 plus 2, 4 damage. So this spider is, in fact, out of here. So good for you, Tobin. You did it. Okay, 1 less to worry about. He's gonna have to start all the way back there again. So, and with that, Tobin is finished. He did what he had to do. So let's move Frederick. He's really close to that exit. Here he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, he needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like maybe 2, 3 more turns, and he'll be out of the dungeon. So we got this, guys. Or I think it looks like we got this. Okay, so let's go to the Overlord's turn. He refreshes everything. The spider obviously comes back. Let's put it over here. And who do we move first? First, let's go ahead and get a card for him. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, he got it. All right, so he will, let's see. Even with that, oh, yes. Okay, so the Overlord will use a dash ability. There it is. I talked to you guys about this before. I was waiting for this card as the Overlord, of course. This is actually the last turn, so it's gone now. The dash ability reads, play this card when activating a monster during your turn. That monster may perform an additional move action this turn in addition to its normal 2 actions. So one of our monsters is going to move twice. And you've guessed this. You've guessed it, is the Marriott. So we pick a spot for him. It'll be this one, and he's gonna move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I get to put him anywhere I want, just right there. And he is 2 spaces away. So with his reach ability, he is able to go ahead and try and get Frederick dead. So Frederick, let's see. Frederick, if we look, he has 2 defense, 2 white die defense, and the, what is it called? Marriott hits with blue and red. Here we go. All right, so, oh wow. All right, so Frederick defended as good as he could. He took 3 damage off of himself, but there's 2 more damage coming his way, and there are no surges or anything else. So, but remember, because the Marriott is weakened, he does lose 1 damage when he attacks. So that means that Frederick is only taking 1 damage. Not too bad. And that is the end of his turn. Now the spiders. Okay, well, let's get this spider moving, see how far he can go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it's coming. I mean, it's definitely coming. All right, and then this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, since Tobin is still standing there, let's go for blood. Okay. See. All right. Tobin is able to go ahead and prevent that damage. And then there's 2 surges. Does the Overlord? Yeah, the Overlord is going to go ahead and play Dark Fortune. Play this card after you roll dice. You may re-roll 1 die. So he's going to go ahead and re-roll this one. I don't want to re-roll the damage. Let's take these out so we don't bump them. And well, it's pretty much the same. So no damage, but 2 surges. We look at the spiders. They can inflict 1 more damage. You can only use a surge once. You can't do use the 2 surges to inflict +2 damage, 1 and 1. So we have to kind of split it, 1 here, 1 there. So he's going to use 1 surge for poison, 1 surge for +1 damage. The +1 damage hits Tobin. He's back to 5. And then the poison status is right over here. Oh, that's cursed. Where is poison? Okay, here it is. And the poison status says, at the start of your turn, test might. If you pass, discard this card or token. If you fail, suffer 1 damage and keep the card. So we'll put it over there. Okay, and 1 more spider to go. Master Spider needs to move. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also coming in, getting real close to Tobin. And that's the end of the Overlord's turn. The spiders have gone, so it's the hero's turn again. We're almost out of this dungeon. Who wants to go first? Well, Frederick needs to run. And I need to see if I can get this myriad that's really, really close out of the way. So let's have Okaluk go first. Because again, he's going to exhaust and take a fatigue to heal Tobin. There's 1 damage, back to 4. Okay, thank you, Prophet Okaluk and Rakash. And then he's going to go ahead and attack and see if he can, see what he can do. Let's see, here's the dice pool. Okay, so there is 2 blocks and we have 2 surges and 2 damage. So remember, he's still weakened, so we do take 1 off. So now he only has 1, so let me switch this to a 1. Is there even a 1 here? There isn't. Okay, we'll switch it for this. So because we subtract 1, because he's weakened, that's what he gets. And now there's 3 damage getting through and a surge. Also, his hand is empty, so that's 4 damage getting through. So I think with that, yeah, he's out of the picture. Wow, you're the man. You have been our VIP, most valuable player, MVP, our MVP this game for sure. So that's 1 attack. Now he can go ahead and move, or what else can he do? He actually, you know what? He's gonna rest, because when you rest, you get to remove all of your fatigue, and I think that's probably a good thing for him, because he needs to keep healing Tobin, who's all the way back there in the dungeon. Come on over here, Tobin. All right, so Tobin says, okay, fine, I'm heading your way, especially because I see a spider over here, so we're gonna need Tobin's range skills. So he's gonna go ahead and first move. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Now he's 3 away. Now he can attack, and before he does, let me go ahead and take this, put this back and heal him 1, so he's down to 3. Okay, so now let's get his spool. It's right here, same as the other guy. Come on, spider, die. Okay, so yeah, that was good, Tobin. Do you have the range though, Mr. Tobin? You only got a 2 and you need a 3. Is there anything you can do to achieve that? You did get a search. Lucky you. With the search, he has +1 range. So he's going to use one of the surges as range. Now he has 3 damage and another surge, which he can use the other surge to inflict +2 damage because of his hero ability. So this spider is like super dead. So we'll put him out here next to the Marriott, and we've gotten rid of 2 monsters this time. So not bad. And with that, he is finished. So now we go to the Overlord's turn. Refresh all of his cards. And he can put 1 monster in the entrance. So does he want to put the big hitter or does he want to put with the fast spider? I mean, looking at Frederick all the way over there, I don't think that the other guy is going to get there in time. We're going to put a spider and then next turn we'll put the big guy. So there you go. So the only monster group that's going to activate this turn is going to be the spiders because he doesn't have any other. First, a card. Let's see what he got. Okay, that's not going to come into place. He's just not gotten the best cards he could have gotten. But it's okay. We'll make do. So, little spider. 1, 2, 3, and he can't reach Frederick, so 4. He'll have to just settle with attacking this dude. So, Overlord also has a white dice for defense. Let's see what they get. All right, he's defending 1. Well, this spider did a number. Wow, that's 3 hits. By the way, this card is removed because he died, so we don't need this anymore. 3 hits and 2 surges. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so 3 damage. And with the 2 surges, the spider will use 1 for extra damage and 1 for poison. 1 for extra damage. And I forgot the poison status on the other guy, didn't I? And 1 for poison, which is here. Okay. So, okay, there's the poison. I forgot to check his poison status last time when I was playing him. So let me do it now in case he does get another damage. So what is it that he needs to test? The poison card says he needs to test might. So 3 or less. Nope, he did get a damage. Although he can reroll. He has a lucky charm that lets him reroll. But he needs to keep whatever result he gets next. Let's see if he does better. He does. So he is not poisoned. Last turn I should have done all this. Sorry guys. Hopefully I remember this turn. Okay, back to the spiders. So the spider's over here. He did all that damage. He's done. Let's move the next spider. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough to reach. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's getting closer to Frederick. And then this last spider. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also coming our way. But that's it. There are no more monsters that need to be moved because Marriott is still out in his merry-go-round somewhere. Back to the heroes. We're going to unexhaust. We're ready. Everyone's abilities, everyone's cards. And we will have Overlord and Rakash go first. They're right next to that spider. First of all, yes, you know it. They will go ahead and exhaust and get a fatigue to use the token, the Soothing Instinct Amulet token, and then immediately he heals. He's gonna give it to himself again, and then he'll discard it to heal. He's almost back to full health and almost back to being able to give it to Tobin so he can start healing because he is still at 3 health or 3 damage. So we did that. That's not an action. Now he's going to go ahead and attack Baby Spider number 1. See how it goes. And Baby Spider doesn't defend. He's too afraid of Overlord. Overlord inflicts 2 damage plus a surge, which could be used as a weaken, but it doesn't matter because he's empty-handed, so it's plus 1 damage, and that's all the spider HP is 3. So this spider is out, and that's one of his actions. For his next action, here's an idea. I can go with Frederick and kind of keep track of what he's doing, or I can come and help. 1, 2, 3. He has 4 free movement actions. Maybe help Tobin defeat that spider. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. He has reach, so he can reach Big Mama Spider. Off he goes. And Big Mama Spider has blocked 1 of the damage, but he gets 2 damage in and he has 2 surges. He's empty-handed, so that means Mama Spider is going to get 3 damage. Not bad. He is our tank. He's been, I'm telling you, MVP player, Mr. Rakash and Overlord. So there's 3 damage. Not enough to kill it, but hey, pretty good. And also it's weakened, so that means that Tobin is going to have an easier time with it. There's your weakened status card. And now he still has 1 movement point left because he used 3. So with the fourth one, he'll just move back a little bit to be a little bit closer to Frederick. And then Tobin says, okay, thank you, friend. Thank you for doing that. And then Tobin has a choice, because he can move 3 away to do more damage, or he can just stay there and inflict the damage. Now, all the spider needs is 2 more damage to be dead. So I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I'm going to stay there and attack it. In case he misses, he can attack it again and make sure it's out of the way. So with that in mind, here comes Tobin. He didn't miss. That's some good news. He has the range. He has 2 damage, plus he gets +1 damage, so that's 3. So he did it in one shot. Besides, the spider was weakened, so now all this go away. The damage put away. Spider out of the map. Look at this, guys. It's kind of like they've leveled up or something, and now they're like superheroes. So he still hasn't even moved. He's gonna move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, brother, I am here, and we're defending Frederick, and the Overlord better step up the game. And with that, all the heroes have gone. Frederick will move now. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very, very close to the exit. I think we've got this, guys. All right, Overlord turn. The Overlord gets to put a dude out on the board. It's either going to be the Master Spider or the big dude. I mean, he tried putting a spider out there and nothing happened. So, unfortunately, again, I don't have a dash ability so they can move really fast. Or maybe he'll get one. He's going to try the spider. He's going to go back, spider, and then he's going to draw. Give me a dash. Nope. Okay, so first let's move little spider. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't reach. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here he comes. And then this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough. I think the heroes have this in the bag. So that's it. Overlord has done everything he can do. Back to the heroes. And I don't think they need to do much. He has free action points, so just for show, just to be a show off. He's gonna use one of his 3 free action points and attack baby spider from over there. And because he's such a show off, he missed, but he'll do it again. Show off. Here he goes. Okay, this is better. He the spider blocks 1, but he does get to do 2 damage, and his hand is still empty, so that's 3 damage. So see. He is a show off for a reason. And then he moved 1, so he still has 3 more movement points. 1, 2, 3. And Tobin is just gonna move. He's not even like, you know what? You 1 spider on the map, that's all you got, Overlord? Come on. So goodbye, guys. I'm just gonna join Frederick. He turns around and goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, friend. Let's leave this dungeon. And then at the end of the hero's turn, Frederick gets to move, and you know it. 1, 2. He gets all the way to the edge of the map, and then he needs to use 1 movement point to leave the map, which he has. And with that, the heroes have won. So let's read the victory. The howls and snarls of Sakareth minions fade into the distance. You have escaped, and Frederick with you. When we reach the horde, says Frederick, I'll activate the glyphs within. You'll be able to use them to move about the place much faster. And like I said before, that's the advantage that the heroes get. Now they have the advantage of moving much faster in some kind of way. We don't know exactly what the next encounter is going to bring, but we know that at least we have been victorious in this one. Now, if we were playing a regular game, we could go ahead and take everything down and set up the next encounter, and whoever wins that encounter is the winner. We're going to stop right here. I think this gives you a really good idea of how Descent plays. We did almost everything you can see in the game. We did the attribute test, we did the damage, the combat, we used the items, we refreshed. There is a campaign mode that you can play which puts a lot of quests together, and you can level up your heroes, and it goes into much more detail. There's side quests, there's buying stuff at the town, just like if you were playing an RPG, D&D, or a video game RPG kind of thing. So there's a lot more that Descent has to offer, but for now, this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one. Well, guys, there you have it. That was a full run through of Descent Journeys in the Dark. We got Frederick out of the dungeon into safety with only 1 damage inflicted. We were super heroes. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. It does help to get your feedback. Also, you want to see some cool pictures of your favorite board games? Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We are going to be putting out more fun videos for you guys. But until then, you know it, may you play more games.